We have a client who has 22 franchises all over the Netherlands. However, one of the franchises have decided to go solo. Now, when we Google the name of the mother company, it automatically shows the GMB of the new company.
Hmm.
What do you advise?
Well, that would mean the franchise that cut off was the like parent or the, I guess, original location or company, like, because they would own the main website then, right? And that's what I'm kind of confused about.
Maybe, I mean, it's possible that the site is just kind of grabbing. He says no, and then he says yes.
Just give us, we've got time. I mean, give us a little bit of info. So if they own the main URL,
No, he says no
then
again.
then it would make sense that they, are going to be there. Or if they had like the original location.
Yeah, Webtician. So there's a little bit of a delay between like what you're hearing on the stream and when we see the text.
Oh yeah.
So definitely try to, yeah, you have to write like full sentences or it's not going to match up when you say no or yes. The franchise is the main shop in the city, he says, but not for the whole country. So
Well,
I think
okay,
the
let's
problem
break it
might,
down to branded
well,
though, right?
the
Like,
problem
cause
might just be where he's searching from.
oh, it could be.
So, when you're doing a search on Google Webticians, I mean, you might not already know this, but this is my first thought, is that it's gonna show you a GMB if you are like in proximity to it. So if you're like searching for your franchise name and you are nearby where that franchise is in that city, if you're searching from that city, it's gonna pull that up in that city. That's just how Google works with local businesses and stuff. Um, but if you were to search the same keyword that
He says
your
there.
brand name across the country, okay, you're searching from a different city. So you're searching from a different city, and he's popping the GMB for that business is popping up.
Okay, let me ask a question here. You've got 22 franchises. One of them is leaving. So we're talking about a business there. Do all of these franchises have their own individual website, or are they all under one website?
He also asks. He has a new part to his question. I'll put this up while he. So he also asked, would it help to create new local citations to the new location we prefer? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a new location in that city or whatever, because that one left, you absolutely need to, make its own landing page on your website. Either change all the old citations from the franchise that left to that one, or have new ones made for that one. You need to make sure that if there's, I don't know if there's any kind of since he's leaving and going solo. I don't know how it works with the franchise. I don't know if he takes on a different name or anything like
Yeah, that's
that.
what I'm confused by. Because like a
Um,
franchise would mean same brand typically. So if one's leaving, then I would assume they have to rebrand. If nothing else, then at least legally.
he says one main website and a lot of individual websites as well.
Okay. And so he essentially left, but I'm assuming he's got his own website and rankings for that website. Does he have to rebrand since he left? Because I would assume that'd be one of the biggest
Yeah, so let's
things to
let's
protect
pretend
you.
it's McDonald's. Like it's
Yeah,
the guy who split off, the guy who's now solo. Is his name still McDonald's,
right.
or is there any kind of change to the branding at all? But in general, um, they are still using the name of our website for this specific city. So they're using, I guess, the same brand name still.
Well, I mean, this sounds sort of like this sounds sort of like you'd have to take legal action against them because if you own the franchise, they're going to keep the branding.
Yeah, I just don't know
Then you should
how.
own the branding to that unless it's like a partnership that went awry or something like that. But It sounds like this is going to be a bit more complex than just SEO. However, the way to win, if you can't change anything else, so they're going to be the same
You need to
brand
put
as
up
you
a
in the same
competing
city,
page.
then yeah, you need to have, I mean, you just need to be more competitive against them. So if you've already got a war chest of different websites dedicated to this, then start building them out even more, just make them all better. Essentially, this would be like a reputation management kind of thing where you're trying to crush the opposing reputation for showing up for your brand
Yeah,
name.
so I think the direction you just went on the question is very good. It actually doesn't matter, or it does matter what the answer is. So if there's some kind of legal stuff going on with, is he going to change his name? Is he not going to change his name? Then you should probably pursue that, right? Because this is just something that he says
Because essentially,
they're
if
Belgians and they don't care that much about the law, and they're already busy with a lawsuit. Okay, so there is kind of some legal complications here. All right, so let's pretend you're not going to go the legal route, even though we think you probably should. Or this isn't legal advice.
Yeah, we don't know anything about it.
If this was my like franchise or whatever, I think I'd probably consider it. But anyway, let's pretend you don't want to do that. What Nick said is absolutely right. Your only course of action if you're not going to pursue the legal route is to compete with them in SEO. And so right now their website with their GMB and their citations, all that stuff, they are outranking you for that term. And so what you need to do now is either establish a website or a page on your website to then basically outrank them. And so that includes doing all the stuff you need to do, all the local SEO you need to do, just like you would rank anything else. You need to do your citations. You need to get a new GMB for that location. You need to have a dedicated page on your website or a new website dedicated to that location. You need to have the address and all that information. Everything you would do to optimize for a local website, you need to do the exact same thing. You need to build links. You basically just have to now beat them. They're now your competitor for local SEO. And yeah, that's just
not only for local SEO, for branded SEO as well.
But yeah, that
which actually can take
that's just the way the cookie crumbles, though. So it could get messy, it could get competitive. And the bad part is it sounds like they got a head start on you, right? But it's not the end of the world. You just have to out SEO them. You have to just see what they're doing or just do it better.
I mean, citations are a start. Any kind of backlink, keep building out the site to be more niche relevant to whatever the product or the goal is for that particular niche. But yeah, like Chris said, they've become your competitors. So, now it's just about building your assets better and bigger than theirs in order to outrank them. So yeah, hopefully they don't have a know-how SEO on board. And over time, you'll be able to snipe them out of their positions.
The other cool thing is he's the franchise. They're the big dog. They just have this little rogue guy who's currently outranking them. Like you're gonna crush them. Like if you have the power and the money and the resources behind you, you're like the conglomerate. They're the little guy now, right? Your resources theoretically should outweigh theirs. So.
Art of war, never leave an ember flickering.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Be sure to check the description below for links to our blog for more info on this topic, along with a bunch of other cool stuff like case studies, our Facebook community, and our link building services. And like always, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell if you enjoyed the video. Thanks and happy ranking.